The current ABA League champion Crvena Zvezda defeated Igokea in Laktaši to secure their first place. In the derby of the round, Partizan made a big upset and defeated Budućnost in the Aleksandar Nikolić Hall. Cedevita had no trouble controlling their opponent in Skopje. They are still fighting to remain in second place. And we saved the best for last, top 5 place. Welcome to ABA magazine. Mega BMX captain Nikola Rebic will continue his career in Spain. Young playmaker signed the contract with Bilbao. Rebic arrived to Mega in the middle of the last season, and in ABA League he averaged 12.9 points and 5.2 assists. This means that Mega enters the finish of the season significantly weakened on outer positions, since Ognjen Jarama suffered through hand injury that will likely keep him off court for a few weeks. Taylor Battle decided to end his career. Now former playmaker for Olympia chose this due to more frequent problems with injuries. 29-year-old American player played on 13 games this season in ABA League, averaging 9 points and 3 assists. We have some roster changes in Igokea too. 2 Americans left the club. First, Katin Reinhardt went to the German Ulm. Reinhardt left the team for Aleksandrovac after just 5 games played. 3 of those were in ABA League, where he averaged 17 points per game. In the finish of the season, Billy Preston will also be unable to assist current cup winner from Bosnia. Due to shoulder injury, he had to go back to the US, where he will undergo additional medical checkup and start his therapy. Partizan's team for next season is in the making. Winner of Radivoj Korac's Cup signed up 18-year-old Marko Pecarski. Contract is signed for next 4 years. After that, they also extended the contract with French international Banja C. C came to Partizan in January, and new contract is valid until the end of the next season. Filip Barovic extended his contract with Budućnost. Center who played for team from Podgorica in 2008-2011 period decided to extend his contract for another 2 years. In ABA League he averaged 5.6 points and 2.6 rebounds. Victory against Igokea gave Crvena Zvezda top seed round before the end of the regular part of the season, and they will have a home court advantage throughout playoff. Red and Whites won in Laktaši, final score was 82-76, which means they took advantage of the fact that Budućnost lost against Partizan. Team from Belgrade had much more troubles than expected, since injury-ridden home team held the lead for the better part of the game. Reinhardt left, Preston got injured, and to add to that, Šibalić also got injured and will be absent for a few weeks. Visiting team opened the game better and with 2 early runs got +6 lead. Coach Bajic shuffled defense and combined a zone defense gave a lot of troubles to Crvena Zvezda. One of the reasons was modest 3-point percentage. Dušan Alimpijevic's team scored only twice from beyond the 675 line in first 3 periods. You can say that Igokea was much better, but they managed to make a lot of problems to their opponents with excellent pick-and-roll plays, leaving their centers Rikin Chetjevtovic to score some easy points. This helped them make a 13-2 run, after which cup winner from Bosnia took the lead. From that moment, home team held the advantage until 34th minute, and their advantage went to +8. Current champion managed to take back the lead and much deserved win in the last period. Fourth period was started with consecutive 3 points by Antić and Rochesty, and Crvena Zvezda took advantage of Igokeja being unable to score from play for 5 minutes. Experienced Antić played great in the defense, especially when it came to 2-on-2 play, and for offense, EuroLeague participant once again turned to Taylor Rochesty. American was the best scorer of the game with 23 points. In the very end, Vuk Radivojević scored 5 points in a row and brought Igokeja to -3, but Feldin scored for 3 points and eventually ended the game. With before mentioned Rochesty, only Pero Antić was in double digits with 11 points and 7 rebounds. Within home team, Jeftović scored 17 points, Captain Radivojević added another 12, while Rikić and Artis scored 11 each. Ponjević ended the game with a 10. After winning Radivoj Korać Cup in the derby of a penultimate round of ABA League, Partizan won against Budućnost. Team that is led by former head coach of Partizan Aleksandar Džikić opened the game better and with 3 points from Dolman and great defense by Šehović managed to get +18 lead. At the halftime, visitors had +14. Partizan was without injured Nigel Williams-Goss in this game, but nevertheless managed to wake up in the third period. Captain Novica Veličković, with the assists of Banja C and Kwame Von, returned home team to the game in the just 3 minutes. In second half, Veličković was 4 from 4 for 3 points and was well on to 28 points scored, which weigh his total for the night. Von added another 17, so Partizan made a comeback from 50-36 on the halftime to 67-60 lead. Until the end of the game, Budućnost rallied one last goal for 70-69 lead, but the rest of the second half went to the home team. With the man of the match Veličković and Kwame Von, Banja C is also a worthy mention with 14 points and 11 rebounds. Final score was 94-83. Budućnost was led by Nikola Ivanović with 13 points, but in the second half visiting team had 11 rebounds less and 9 turnovers more than their opponent, so in a combined third and fourth period they had a -25 deficit, so they lost their chances for the home court advantage in the playoff finals. In Jane Sandanski Hall, Cedevita won against MZT. Final score was 85-64. Which was their third win in the row in ABA League, while team from Skopje suffered their 5 consecutive loss in regional championship. Home team opened the game better and at the half of the first period had a 13-7 lead. As it turned out, that was the last lead that team from Macedonia had in this game. Cedevita responded with 21 free run, and key man in this series was Will Cherry, who scored 10 points in the first half. Visitors went to a halftime break with +10 lead, and in the second half MZT started playing better defense, while Olarić and Spasojević scored easy points. So at the end of the third period, Croatian team had a +5 lead. Then once again Will Cherry took the responsibility and with 2 consecutive 3-point shots practically won the game. After this, Jure Zdovc's team just increased their lead to the biggest and final lead of +21. Cedevita made their 16th win of the season, which kept them in a race for the second place before the start of the playoff, while MZT, that has a 3-18 score, is dead last without any chance of changing that before the end of the season. Best in the winning team was Will Cherry with 20 points, Rokolen Jukic added another 15, while in the home team Radoslav Spasojević was the best with 13 points. Mornar defeated Cibona 82-79 in Dražen Petrović Hall. The home team ended the first quarter with a series of 18 points to the visitors' 4 and finished it in a 13-point lead. However, everything was quite different in the second quarter. Cibona couldn't find their rhythm, while Mornar scored easy points. With Reli Ross leading the way, they managed to level the score. The second quarter was crucial for the final outcome. The team from Montenegro scored 31 points while letting in only 6. They went on a break in a 12-point lead. Cibona continued having problems in the third quarter. and the guests reached the biggest 21-point lead. Ante Nazar's team wouldn't give in. Luka Žorić led them to 13-1 series and closed the gap to a single digit. The home team didn't stop there. They continued cutting down the deficit until they were only 2 points down 28 seconds before the end. Needham scored 2 free throws, Ratkovica missed, and the winner was decided. Mornar reached their 13th triumph with Rally Ross scoring 25 points, 8 rebounds and 5 assists, and Vranjes finished the game with 14 points. Luka Žorić scored 29 points and 13 rebounds, but Cibona still suffered their 14th ABA League defeat. Olimpija defeated FNP in Železnik 86-81 and came out triumphant 4th game in a row. Stefan Lazarević couldn't play for the home team after suffering a serious knee injury in Radivoj Korać Cup. Domen Lorbek returned in Olimpija's team. The team from Ljubljana started the game strong. They scored easy points from turnovers and distance shots. They finished the first quarter in an 8-point lead. Vladimir Jovanovic's men were much more aggressive in the second quarter. Filip Čović woke up and scored 11 points. The team from Slovenia went on a break in an 8-point lead, 46-37. The guests reached a double-digit lead, and after a foul for the home team coach, Olimpija was in a 17-point lead. But then, FNP scored a 20-free series, and the guests reached their first points from play in 7 minutes. Michael Ojo dominated under the hoop, and Borisa Simanic was best from the distance. He was the one who leveled the score with his three-pointer, but Olimpija quickly got back in the lead with Badjim and Kastratis distance shots. In the dramatic finale, when Olimpija was leading 84-81, Badjim missed 2 free throws, but Hrovat blocked Čović and ended the game with a slam dunk. This was Olimpija's 9th win in a row, and their best player was Badjim with 21 points. Hrovat finished the game with 18 points and Morgan with 16. For the defeated team, Ojo and Čović scored 19 points each. In the last game of the round, Zadar defeated Mega Bemax 95-91 in Krešimir Ćosić Hall. The youngest team in the regional competition started the game with a decimated roster. Ognjen Jaramaz fractured his hand and is on 2-month break. Nikola Rebić left for Bilbao, while Fundić, Mušidi and Jovicic still can't get back on the court. This was a chance for Petar Aranitović to prove himself in the point guard position for Mega. The guests started the game better with the good distance shots. Zadar found their stride thanks to Christian Krajina. Mega defended their lead and finished the first quarter 21-19, but they couldn't keep it up in the second quarter against the attack led by Krajina and Preston Knowles. Mega had no less than 12 turnovers in the first half, and Zadar went on a break in a 7-point lead, 50-43. The home team defended their lead during the third quarter, until Čarapić and Aranitović turned the game in Mega's favor. At the beginning of the final quarter, the guests scored the 6th unanswered points to reach their biggest 10-point lead. Mega could have easily finished the game in their favor, but then they suffered a dramatic drop in form. Dejan Milovic's men weren't able to score for 6 whole minutes, which Zadar used to score 16 unanswered points. The guests had a couple of chances at the very end, but the Croatian champion defeated Mega for the second time this season. Zadar's best players were Knowles with 19 points and 13 rebounds, while Krajina and Basic ended the game with 17 points. For the defeated team, Sinovec scored 18 and Aranitović 17 points. For the third time this season, the title of the MVP of the round goes to Novica Veličković. This was Partizan's captain's 400th game for the team. He scored 28 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block and 1 turnover, and finished the game with 36 index value points. The power forward earned the MVP title when he helped his team turn the game in the third quarter. That would be all in this edition of ABBA magazine. We are in for an exciting final round of the regional championship.